What's up YouTube, this is VunterSlaushMG, and this is my newer Dragunity deck profile. I just wasn't so happy about the consistency of, well, the Fabled build was really consistent, but it just, I don't know, it just didn't really do it for me. So I went back to more of a almost pure Dragunity build. I've seen a lot of profiles on the internet, and I've kind of just combined a few with some of my personal stuff. Yeah, here goes. So we've got 3 Dragunity decks. Yeah, he's important along with Dragunity Phalanx. Those two make the synchro engine of the deck. I only run 2 Legionnaire because with Pot of Avarice and stuff, it's better to draw the Pot of Avarice than to draw one of these. He is good though, popping things and being the gateway to the level 5 synchros. 2 Acklys. The only thing I really use him for is cards of consonance, and with Legionnaire, every now and then I actually use him, but not too often. But this makes up the Dragunity pretty much synchro destruction engine. And then into the non-Dragunity monsters. This is just a fake Horus, the Black Flame Dragon, level 6. But it's my proxy for Zephyros. Zephyros is a really good card for Dragunities or your Blackwings, whatever. I use him to add Dragon Ravine back to my hand, summon him, makes an easy gateway for Trishula or Mistworm, or even for just exceeding into 4s. 1 Fabled Cerberus. Fabled Cerberus is great with Dragon Ravine. Basically, when you discard him, you can go into a 1-turn Trident Dragon, or just synchro into your generic 6s like Bryanak and stuff. He's like the only Fabled guy that's worth keeping in here with the way I'm running things now. Sangan. I used to run Sangan a lot more when I was running Blackwing Gale and Bora, along with Zephyros. But after watching Phoenix Flame X, Phoenix Man X, something like that, he would explain that Sangan is just like pretty much another Dragon Ravine. Searches out anything, including Effect Veiler. I only have 1, or else I'd be running 2. But this is a really good card. Now my own personal deal, Malefic Cyber End Dragon. One of the biggest deals with Dragunities, and why they are quote-unquote not good anymore, is because most of the time the main deck has no monsters with any sort of significant attack. You have to synchro or exceed into anything. So Malefic Cyber End just gives me a little boost whenever Dragon Ravine is on the field. Nice little 4,000 just to drop every once in a while. It's always fun. Alright, on to the spells. The standard triple Dragon Ravine and 3 Terraforming. I'm considering running 2, but the way this deck is now, it's just nice having basically 6 copies of Ravine. 2 cards of Consonance. Drop Phalanx or Acklys and draw 2 cards. Dragunities, that's a big plus. 2 MSTs. Now, Pot of Duality, I never used to run. I used to think that, well, basically with a Dragunity deck, you can special summon something every turn. So that's why I never ran Pot of Duality. Once again, Phoenix's videos showed me that it's basically just a deck thinner. and I've been running it, and I've liked the way it's worked out so far. And then we've got Dark Hole, Book of Moon, Smashing Ground I'm considering taking out, Monster Reborn, Mind Control I'm considering taking out, Pot of Avarice, Heavy Storm, those are the spells, and then onto the traps, Two Solemn Warning, Magic Cylinder, nice little tech, Mirror Force, Dimensional Prison, Dark Bribe. I consider those staples. Everyone at our locals runs Dark Bribe. Every once in a while I've had people draw into things that help them, but the majority of the time I only use it for when they try to mind control or Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Reborn, something. Fiendish Chain. I'd like to run more, but with this next card that's there, I need to use Debunk, at least at my locals, because everyone runs Battle Faders, and Gores, and Tragodia, and all sorts of nifty things that activate in the hand or graveyard. Yeah. At my locals, it's Agents, Dark World, everything running amok, so Debunk is nice to just be able to say no. So that's the main deck. And then the extra deck has 3 Vadriana. If you don't have 3, you need to get 3 in Dragunities. It's pretty much standard. 1 Gaydirge, whatever. Basically a second Dragon Ravine. Mainly used to dump Zephyros, so that way it can be used later. I run Gate Bulge for lack of something else. I think he's underrated, but I rarely ever use him. Basically, he starts out with 2,000, and when he attacks or is attacked, you can remove a winged beast monster in your graveyard and have him gain its attack till the end phase. Trident Dragon, I rarely use him, but he's nice when I do use him. Cyber End for Malefic Cyber End. TG Hyper Librarian, anyone who synchros needs one. Bryanak Staple. Black Rose, not very often I go into this, so most of the time it's sided out, but I just like keeping it around. Red Dragon Archfiend, it's nice to be able to just go for a 1 turn 3,000 beater. Double Stardust, because I also side Malefic Stardust Dragon. And having 2 Stardust to synchro into is nice. Thought Ruler Archfiend. Really underrated card. I've never seen anyone else use it in real life. Just in case you don't know what it does, when it kills a monster by battle, sends it to the graveyard, you gain that monster's attack points in life points. And you can negate things that target him by paying life points. Mistworm. During locals, I usually borrow one of my friend's Trishulas, but Mistworm is the next best thing for level 9. And Steel Swarm Roach. I just pulled it tonight. Haven't really used it. Don't know if I'll ever use it, but it's nice to just have in here for when I have ducks and Zephyros or Duxes or whatever, and nothing to do with them. So this is the Dragunity deck. Our locals haven't been going on since around Thanksgiving because the shop that runs it gets really busy around Christmas time, and there's a lot of people that go there anyway. So I haven't tested it yet, but I've been testing it against my magical Scrap Town deck, and they've been going pretty evenly because I think it's because Scrap Town runs Gear Town, and just playing new field spells kind of screws it over. But I like this deck. Dragunities are like my favorite archetype out now. I really want you guys' input on this because I've gone through so many builds of Dragunities, and all of them like do really well when they go off, but I need to just find the best way to make them go off consistently. So yeah, rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you guys have any ideas for anything.